We are together with Jane Williams here. We would like to find out if she can tell us the current situation in Zimbabwe and how best this can be solved. Let's just give her a chance to say out her mind.
Zimbabweans, I think this is a very serious time for us as a nation, for us as a people. It's a serious time where we are now seeing that we are going back to a very dark time. Those of us who lived in Zimbabwe in 2008, 2009, will remember the hardships that we endured without a currency, without food on the shelves, without everything. And now we are in a worse situation than we will be from 2008, 2009, because we can't expect to have the cash to even buy food because of the statutory instrument 64. The statutory instrument 64 also represents what this government is doing to us. They are sucking people dry. They don't want any Zimbabwean to walk the street carrying a US dollar in their pocket. They are going to give you bond notes, and you may never ever see your US dollar or your little bit of richness that you might have wanted in your life back again. We are also seeing that this Zimbabwe that we are living in right now is in a very, very dangerous position. If we are going to say Mugabe must go, according to me, the old man is already left. I don't think he is running the show, but I'm not sure who is actually running the show. And those people who are there, I'm not sure whether they are going to allow us to walk the streets and be human beings. I'm worried about them calling for a state of emergency. And these guys are now no longer ashamed to be compared to Ian Smith. They are going to take out more and more of Ian Smith's bag of tricks and push them out on us as if we are in the state of emergency under Loma once again. But Zimbabweans, despite that hardship and that poverty that we are now living with, without cash, without anything, we have seen an incredible thing happening. Once again, we are trying to find in our hearts a little bit of pride, a little bit of dignity, whether it's represented by our flag, whether it's represented by our suffering, we don't really know. But in that way that we are trying to find ourselves as a nation, as a people, and establish our dignity and pride, we are shaking away the fear. We no longer fear Mugabe and his regime and his riot police, whether they are wearing black boots, brown boots, is not relevant anymore. What is relevant is that enough is enough. It's time for us to take back our country, to take back our future, to give ourselves the million jobs that politicians are failing to deliver. But Zimbabweans, we are only going to be able to get there if we remain non-violent. Mugabe says he has degrees in violence. These guys have all the guns that they need. We are never going to win if we pick up rocks, if we pick up our catapults, and if we attack his soldiers. The way in which we are going to succeed in Zimbabwe is to do the wonderful work that we are seeing of Stan Zorowadza, giving the security forces roses, putting pressure, bringing our numbers on the streets, being prepared to stand our ground in First Street, Bulawayo, and say enough is enough, we are here, this is our demand, and we are not moving away. Move your baton sticks away, police officers. Join us at the back of the demonstration, and let's go to a new Zimbabwe.
Thank you very much, Jane Williams. Can you add anything you might wish what the politicians can do so as to get back the country?
Right. This one is not an easy one for me to say. I am Jenny Williams. I am a civic society leader. I am an activist in my own right. I am of mixed race. I've come from Zimbabwe where I was totally unequal. I still am in a Zimbabwe where I'm unequal because of gender, because of color, all of those issues. But I'm going to speak to Zimbabwean politicians as a mother of the nation. It must be you Morgan, you, Simba Makoni, you, Tendai Biti, who will inhale it first and then make sure the rest of the people in the demo will also be at least cushioned because you have engulfed most of it, and they will march with you and be serious about fighting for a new Zimbabwe. Politicians, your game, your work now is to mobilize people in peaceful protest. Don't be thinking of going to State House right now. Let's fight for a transitional authority to come and take us to 2018, when you will have had sufficient time to build up your individual parties and go to that election and fight for a new Zimbabwe for all of us.
Thank you very much, Jane Williams. I hope this message is going through to the media. The rest of the Zimbabweans are also going to get the message. Thank you very much once more.
Thank you.